All right, we are live. So let me go check audio real quick. Check two. Get started here in just a bit, guys. Just going through my normal self-promotion. Got to get the people aware that we exist. I matter. Sorry, nerd. Give me a second here. Almost done. Somebody asked a question. I had to answer that bad boy because I like to leave no questions unanswered. Other creators content. Anybody else? I guess we'll do it here. Boom. And then we go to Reddit. All right. That's good enough for me, buddy. Buddy, that's good enough for me. You ready? What's
I
up,
am
man? Can you
ready.
hear me? All right, brother. Good to see you.
I can hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me? How about
Oh,
now?
I can.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I wouldn't be able to answer you if I couldn't hear you.
I thought you said I can't hear you. I'm like, no, come on.
Yeah.
Let me close this one. Excellent. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what's up, nerds? Goz Master here with another Magic the Gathering puzzle quest. Today's quest, Nerds on Parade, episode number 8, with my main man Maynard T. Loop. What's up, Maynard?
What's up? Can't believe we've done 8 of these already.
Right,
Or
right.
yeah,
Well,
7 of
technically,
them
you've
so
done
far.
well. You did 6. I did one on my own because I just paraded myself.
Oh,
And then
right.
I did
Yeah,
one
yeah.
with
With Steve, yeah.
Steve. Yeah, so that was fun. Good. That was very good. Like you said,
That
you
was
were expecting
that
more
was a good
fireworks than
listen.
that.
Yeah. You guys agree too much. That's very out of character for anyone.
I
Steve.
I think it's funny how much disagreement people think that there is in the space. I don't get it. I mean, we all have the same things. I just think that if anything, if you were really to kind of split hairs with Steve and I and probably that crew and their take on the game, I think I skew a little
Hmm.
more positive, right? Toxically positive, a
Hmm.
lot of people would say. And I think you and I are pretty much in alignment on most of the stuff we have. And then that group skews
Hmm.
a little bit more negative. Steve has
Right.
commented quite a bit about how he thinks that the meta's broken and da 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 da. And I'm like, I think it's just a couple of cards. I don't think the meta's OP. I think that there's just like a handful of cards that need to be probably considered for readjustment. And maybe, and my defense to that is Greg really can't manage them or pilot them. So we'll get
Mm.
into that. We're going to be covering a lot today. Today's topics, actually, before we jump into it, guys, I want to give a little bit more of a format to what we do here, some strategery and some guidance, balance, focus. I don't know, whatever we're going to talk about. We're going to be looking at. Oh, I thought I posted this to you individually. Where did I post that? Oh, I deleted it, didn't I? The topics we're going to cover. All right, I put them in my server. Anyways, hold on. So, today's topics, new mechanics. We're going to talk about the new set. Sorry, I'm two things at once. Cannot do it. I'm impossibly bad at that stuff. All right, so we're going to be looking at the new set. Tarkir Dragonstorm's out in paper and pre-release right now. It's early access to some folks online. I think Arena gets access to it a little bit earlier, like a day or two earlier than the rest. So the
Oh.
rest of folks get access to it in paper, I think, this week and the next week. But people are already playing it. One of the guys I follow online for Magic proper Arena is CGB, Covert Go Blue, and CGB is absolutely a Chad when it comes to the way he plays the game and how he plays it. And his style is very much my style of play, very control focused. It's funny, you guys think I'm an aggro player, but I'm really a control player. And
Mm.
he then so he started spotlighting and showing some of the cards, and he's having fun in the meta. And for me, when that dude has fun in that meta, it's usually a good sign that okay, I'm probably gonna enjoy paper a little bit. Maybe I'll jump into arena and get some of that stuff. But he was having way too much fun, so we'll see.
Mm.
That said, I always find it a good thing to look at when it comes to what we're going to be experiencing inside the paper, inside of Puzzle Quest, because I actually don't play much paper, and I know you've never played paper, right? You've never played it before.
Right.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
so we'll go through some of our insights today. We'll look at some cards and try to see some of the new mechanics that are coming, some of the new cards. The one, as you guys are seeing on the screen here, the one Planeswalker we're getting is Elspeth Storm Slayer. Slayer! So I got to do another Slayer album cover song, so you know that's coming. And in addition to that, we're going to be covering any possible cool cards that are going to be coming over. We'll go just the mythics, masterpieces in our case, that they would be when they transfer over. So we're not making this a 4-hour stream. And possible cool cards and walkers in the set, which we've already kind of outlined here. Also, we're going to talk about the current meta a little bit. That's probably where we're going to still start, where we still feel is broken because Ocelot's still not working. New walkers, how we feel about those guys, and our favorite ways to combat the meta. So what are you doing to keep yourself fresh and actually enjoying playing the game, which is probably a tall order for a lot of folks. Before we get into any of that, let's give some shout outs to our crew right here. What's up, Roy? Roy's in the house. What's up, fellow nerds? What's up, dogs? Nerd Thuggery is here. Oh my God.
Oh, sweet.
Give that man all the fives of high, the highest of fives. What's up, bro? Totally miss you. It should be you facilitating these, but we'll get into that some other time. The
Yeah.
Hunter is here. Artemis is here. What's up, man? Toxically positive. I am toxically positive. I am like, what is it? I'm like sweet tea in the Southwest. Oh no, we lost Maynard. Let's see if he jumps back in here in a second. I will message him. Lost you, bro. Bore. Burp. Yeah. Iron Head Brew. What's up, dude? What's up, fellas? Looks like I got a few minutes before I go into airplane mode. All right, cool. Well, enjoy. Hopefully, we talk about something important. Elspeth is a token double. I hope to get that planeswalker. Yep, we will see. We'll see what we get. We'll discuss it and see how that comes over, man. All right. So with that said, we're gonna wait for main loop to jump back in here in just a second. Maybe I need to. Oh, he's here. Hold on. I just gotta get him in. Show on stream. Can you hear me, Main?
I can hear you. What the hell happened?
You, my friend, didn't pay your nerd thuggery bill, and as soon as we mentioned him, you
What?
got disconnected. I don't know.
I don't know what happened.
Hopefully that wasn't me, because if it was, then that was bad. Let's start off with the meta, man. Let's start off with the meta talk right now. We'll probably keep this pretty close and tight because I think we've had some conversations off, just in chat and DMs and stuff. Main slides into my DMs. And we've talked about some of the frustrations we had with this last set, some of the good stuff out of it. I think this set, for me, I liked it. I liked it more than I think most people did because I got three or
Mm-hmm.
four different play styles that I really enjoyed. I like discard
Okay.
draw. I like, token draw. Like all of like we had three or four different cards that came in that when you draw a card, you get a token and you get this other thing. Now, that kind of
Mm-hmm.
tokening I can stomach because it's consistent. It can go. All
Right.
of that is in flavor with Satoru, which is one of my favorite ways to play. So we
Mm-hmm.
go that way, and it works. It works well for me. Is there anything now that you've had some distance from the new set, or from the newest set in Puzzle Quest at least? How you change the way you feel about the set, or what are you thinking, man?
Yeah, there's things like I was surprised at how effective leading into all the artifacts actually was.
Mm-hmm.
I built some decks that were just like all artifacts,
Mm-hmm.
and they went surprisingly hard on my testing. So yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff in there. Problem is, like, it's none of it is like top meta tier really. So
Yeah.
it's hard to
Uh,
really convince people to play it
I
if
push back on that.
people
I
are
say
still.
Thopter Fabricator's boss. Thopter Fabricator and Satoru is damn good. I'll show my deck here. Go ahead. Keep talking. You keep running
Yeah,
your
but
mouth.
people are still not playing Satoru, so it doesn't matter how much you bring to it if
What is
people
wrong with you
don't
people?
care
Satoru is dope. Satoru is amazing. Why would you not play with such an immaculate and cool card? I don't get it.
because they want to play with their Gris and their Galtas and their Raktas
Yeah, I
and their
guess.
Dragon Hawks.
Raw's still best. Raw, fight me. Raw's
I
still
don't
the
even agree
best
with that anymore.
planeswalker in the game. Who's better?
I think
Grist?
Dak is so much better
Yeah,
than
okay, okay.
Raw now.
So for me, Dak he's right here. He's artifacts because if you look at his deck
He's
restrictions,
everything
well, his deck restrictions, he only allows 6 spells. That's a big minus. That's a big minus.
for
He only
you.
allows six.
I'm
Come
playing a
on.
lot more supports than you
Well,
these
that's true.
days
You are. Okay, then even supports. If I wanted to lean into like full support go, I guess you're going to play a couple of spells anyway and a
Dak is
couple
going to
of
be so
creatures.
much better than him than
Yeah,
Raw
yeah,
to get my supports
yeah.
out.
Yeah. That's true. And again, I will say for supports, he is the king of that. I agree. But when it comes to shenanigans and fun and just all the good stuff that I enjoy, all the spell weaving, which you all know I enjoy a spell caster too. I got to get all the way down into the R section. This is one of the downsides of having every walker in the game for the most part, at least the good ones. It takes you a minute to get down to what you got going. So this is my Thopter deck, right? And there's a lot of PM2s, and I know this is really OP, but it's great. So
I can't
Satoru,
see it.
Wheel of Potential. You can't. Oh, I got to share my deal with you. Give me a second.
Mhm.
Who are you?
I don't know
What?
if everybody else can see it, but
They can. Well, they can see it on the thing. You just in the
uh,
settings, I had to re-add you, and I didn't re-share the thing that I had to share. So give me a second. There it is. You should see it now.
oh, okay.
Okay. So this is
I
my
see
Satoru build.
8 of the cards.
It's you can see 8 of the cards. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Well, I'll tell you what they are.
this is a
Satoru.
stupid way that Streamlabs works.
Yeah.
I can
Wheel
only
of
see
Potential. Thopter
the cutoff.
Fabricator. Of course. Johann Stopgap. MVP popper
Good
removal. I
card.
love it. Non-targeting, cast whatever you want it to for loops, I should say. If you don't want it to not cast in a loop setup, then yeah, that isn't your deal. Ill-timed explosion is a card that I have a love-hate relationship and so difficult to work with. With Thopter
Yeah.
Fabricator, it works because it's the draw, not the
Okay.
token hitting, right? Because what happens
hmm
is token hits the board, you get the draw. So ill-timed explosion drops your hands, but those cards typically have mana
Right.
in them, right? So when the mana drops,
Right.
you're like, oh, I can't cast a card, and it'll break your loops, and it just gets in the way. Like I can't even
hmm
really run it in my Tails or Tamio meets the story circle and Tide, Inexorable Tide combo. That it breaks that
hmm
combo even, and it sucks because I would love that to be
Uh,
the kill mechanism. It is, and I have to use full throttle for the death dealing. But in this deck, this works. Even lock and load. I like lock and load a lot, except that it forces you to discard cards. But in this deck, it works brilliantly well. And with the Tamio Tide, the TNT. That's what I'm calling. Tamio meets the Story Circle and Inexorable Tide. TNT, boys and girls. That's what we're calling it. With TNT, it works because it's feeding the yard to be able to bring those back with the combo going to actually get you full mana
hmm
cards in the hand. Because that's the only thing that kills that loop is you don't have enough cards in your graveyard. Anyways, I
Right.
digress.
Okay.
Mystical Teachings, Tune the Narrative, Brass's Tunnel Grinder, I love it, and then Full Throttle.
Great card.
Love these cards. Who was high on Brass before everybody else? You name one player who said Brass is the bee's knees, and who's completely humble about it.
Yeah.
Love that card, man. Love that card. Such a good starter engine for it. Anyway, so that's the build. I think this is a fun build. If you guys aren't running it, get in on it. Thopter Fabricator is boss in that. I think it's fantastic. So again, this is one of the ways I'm competing and kind of breaking the monotony of what everybody else is playing right now with Rakdos. And honestly, I don't mind Rakdos. It's a pain, but I don't mind it. Aegis. Aegis is the one that just gets me every time. Not because it beats me and I can't overcome it. It's just a pain in the ass to have to
Mm.
build